today's video, we're going to test some patches for a future version of Joomla. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Watch Me Work live stream number 264 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. Well, to work on Joomla sites, build them, maintain them, migrate them. If you're looking to hire someone short-term or long-term, oh, excuse me, or just to get you out of a spot, send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, and let's talk. Today's video is brought to you by our channel sponsor, mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru. Get a free site audit for your Joomla site. And while you're there, check out all the tools and information that will save you time and money managing one or multiple Joomla sites. Okay. Welcome everybody in chat. There's Bjorn in chat and Ivor's in chat. Ivor's asking Niagara Falls. Yes, it is Niagara Falls. This is the picture that I thought that I would share with you today. Let me get me out of the way here. This is from a trip, I think in I forget when it was. But yeah, obviously it's towards nighttime there. As the evening sets, they flood the falls with some lights, and those must be shining across from the US side. But yeah, it's really a really neat place, Niagara Falls. So fun fact, we have a waterfall near my house that is called Niagara Falls, but it is not near as big. Maybe I'll share that picture next week. Yeah, maybe if I can find it on my photos, that would be good. All right, so I was working on a Maintenance Monday video this week on how to test Joomla patches, and my editing software got all out of sync, so I gave up at 5 o'clock in the morning and went to bed. Anyways, I still had the video to re-edit, so I did that last night, so I only had to go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that is on the channel, but I thought I would do some bug testing today, and we'll go through the process again. It never hurts, and it's something fun to do while we're hanging out. Sorry for my voice here. It seems kind of croaky down. Get this little tickle when I talk lately. So, anyways, let's turn our attention to the screen. And we'll start to do this. Okay, so just to recap how to test Joomla bugs. You basically need to install the latest dev patch for Joomla. I'll show you how to do that, so that you can then install a tool that allows you to connect to the Joomla GitHub and test for different different patches that are there. It's really handy. It's not too hard, and there's lots of patches that I don't understand, but there are some that I find that I can do. So why don't we just take a look at that together today, and I'll share some links. It's good timing too, because this weekend, I believe the 24th, is Pizza Bugs and Fun, Joomla event around the world. You can take part if there's one locally, or you can take part online, virtually, and where people gather together, and we just test some bugs and do some things and hang out as a community. All right, so let's go through some links for that, and I will share those with you. Oh, first of all right, so when you're testing patches on Joomla, you don't want to do it on your live site, and there's lots of different options of where you can test. So for instance, if you installed a brand new Joomla site and then installed the dev version in a subdomain on your hosting, or you could do it in localhost if you know how to do that, working on your server and working in a server environment on your own computer. Or you could go to some of the places online that allow you to spin up a Joomla site, and you could do some testing there. But the kind of testing that's really needed or is that's valuable as well, is to test on an existing Joomla site that's out in the wild. But you don't want to do that on a live site, so you want to make a copy of it. And there's a number of ways that you can make copies. You could export them to keep a backup, and then move them into reinstall them in another folder. Make sure that the database you're using a different database, because sometimes you install a key, but it gives you this, especially if you're doing on the same hosting. I think it can give you the same database information, which you do not want to use. You want to use something different. There are tools with some web hosts that offer for making clones of sites. But as you know, I like to use StageIt, which is an extension that makes a copy of your site. Now, this is just the Joomla 5 a core site here, and I've beat this thing up, so I really need to do a fresh install again. But I still have the setup of GP Translate working on this that I need to test for another video that I want to make. So we'll just go and rebuild the staging area, and then we'll look at some links here. All right, so let me paste these here. Here's an article in the Joomla magazine that you can read about the Pizza Bugs and Fun. 2024.2 is coming. The information's here. I know these, if you're watching this in the replay, I know the links don't work and show up in chat until the video is processed. So that's at magazine.joomla.org/alt issues, but it's in the August 2024 issue, so it'll be at the top. All right, next, where to go for it. If you're looking if there's something local, I'll paste this here for you, and you can check that out. Or there might be a link on here for the and definitely go to Mattermost with your Joomla identity account, and there's a forum in there, and that's where there'll be a lot of talk going on as well, and that will help you get connected to a virtual meeting as well. pizza-bugs-fun.com. And they also have a long video about the event, something that I don't have a video on yet, but there's a big demonstration in this video, is how to help with documentation, which is another important thing. So there's not only Pizza Bugs and Fun, but testing patches, but there is also the opportunity to take part and help out with the documentation of Joomla as well. That's a huge need as well. All right, so those are the 3 links that I will share. Oh, also, just if later on you are looking for a more concise video than just hanging out today what we're doing, you can always go to my YouTube channel, to this video, how to become a Joomla tester. And if you go to youtube.com, basic Joomla, and you will see this video is up here very soon here. How to become a Joomla tester. Oh, look at that. And they guessed that would be the thing that I wanted to show there. So you will find it there. You also find it in the live section. Sorry, not in the live section, in the video section. It's got blue. It's the Joomla training cohort thumbnail, so that will get you there as well. All right. Okay, let's see. StageIt is ready, so I'm going to log into a copy of the site here. We have the orange bar at the top, and we'll see that this is here. Now, Joomla 5.1.3 is available. I'm not updating to it yet because apparently there's something that is causing, I think, pagination to break in Smart Search. So watch for 5.1.4 to come out soon with that fix. So I haven't been updating that. So you should test on the latest version of Joomla. Let's see what happens if I don't. All right, but we do want to test on the latest patch version. And to do that, we go to System. We go to Joomla. And now we're going to go up to Options. And update channel, we want to stay with default, but the stability, right now from Pizza Bugs and Fun, we know that the Joomla 5.2 is in alpha, in an alpha state. So we're going to say, hey, show us the install the latest dev version of the default, which is 5.1, and then show us the alpha versions. If you only want to test beta versions or release candidates, then of course you would switch that. But we know it's in alpha, so we're going to do that. And we will go save and close. Now you'll see here that it's saved. And let's see. Oh, it wants me to update the Joomla 5.1.3. I guess I'm stuck doing that. All right. I'm working on a copy here. Maybe, and of course, if you are working, yeah, you shouldn't be doing it on your live site anyway, so it's all good. All right, so your Joomla version is now 5.2.0 beta 1. Oh, did it get switched to beta? That might be new that just happened. All right. Excellent, because now let's just check out the options. There's something we learned here. Oh, minimum. Oh, okay, so if you'll always get the latest one. If there's an alpha out, you'll get that, but I guess it's in beta. Okay. So we're in beta 1. Excellent. All right, so having done that, you need a GitHub account to do this bug testing. And to do that, you just go to github.com, and then you will create an account if you don't have one. I'm already logged into mine, which is good. It saves a step later on if you're logged in. And so go ahead and register that. And that's the next step once you have a GitHub account. Now, next we'll go back to Joomla here. I'm going to close these Pizza Bugs tabs up here. Okay. So we have less tabs moving forward. Now, let's see here. I have to, I still have this streaming on another screen here. All right, so next we want to install the Joomla Patch Tester extension. And let me get the link for that. All right, and it is right here. Copy that off another screen. And we're going to install this onto our Joomla site, and it's going to allow us to, it will grab patches that we select the test from the Joomla's GitHub account, and that will, yeah, it's really slick. So docs.joomla.org component tester, let me just paste that here, component underscore patch tester underscore for underscore testers. All right. So I've got that link there. We'll scroll down, and there's a tutorial on how to use it here. This looks a little bit different than, I haven't watched that video actually. Shout out to Olivier Broussard, who was a big help in helping me to learn how to test patches. Anyways, we're going to go to downloads of the component can be found here on the Joomla GitHub. I bet you if you search for Joomla Patch Tester GitHub, it would show up. You want to go down and grab one of the files here, and I'm going to grab the zip. All right. And I'm going to save that to my computer. Yes, in fact, I could just paste that link here as well for people in the replay or people who are watching live now. And I think that's all that we need to do. Okay. Once we have that downloaded, of course, it's just like installing any other, let's go to light mode here, any other extension in Joomla. We'll go to System, Install Extensions, and Com Patch Tester. Pop that in there. Now we'll go to components, Joomla patch tester. And now this is already populated probably from other things that I've been doing. Let me just do this. Go reset. When you first go in, there won't be anything. You want to fetch data. Now, you have to be logged into your GitHub account. In fact, let's just do that. Let's just, let me just go to GitHub and I will sign out. Okay. Sign out from all accounts. And now I'm going to refresh. What happens if I fetch data without my GitHub set up? Yeah, an error has occurred. Could not get to GitHub. Bad credentials. So we need to set this up for GitHub. We'll go to option to access GitHub. We go to options. There's the repository that we're testing, Joomla CMS. We go to GitHub authentication. Now this token I deleted, doesn't exist anymore. But you can just do none. And let's see if that works. Some more testing that I haven't done here. Fetch data. Yeah, if I do none, it just gives me a little bit of, I think it limits how many calls to GitHub I can do in an hour. Let's just reset that. Here's what you can do though. Let's do it with a token. And we have this little link right here that we can go create a personal access token on GitHub, and then we have to sign in. All right. And we get, the first one is called Joomla patch tester. I have no other tokens here. So if I've had tokens before, and they already had this name, they can't share the same name. There's two things that are already selected. That's all you need. You're going to scroll down to the bottom, generate a token. I'm going to click here and copy it. And now we go back to the patch tester. We put that in there. And we're good. We can save. And yeah, we can save and close, I think. Yeah, save and close. Now there we are. We can fetch the data and it will come in again here. Okay. Now you'll see here that there are patches that can be tested for all sorts of different versions. We have some here for 5.2 development version branch, 4.4. So if you're testing Joomla 4.4, you could test there. Or you can, there's some 5.1 stuff here. I don't understand why 5.1 is still there. It could be that those have been around for 5.1. They haven't been moved to be bumped up, considered for 5.2. I don't know. But we'll go to filter options, and I'm going to go to target branch. This is a 5.2 site, so let's target those. And then it will filter and show things. Now, you also have tags here that give you the opportunity to filter even farther. So, for instance, we could feature. Here's 5.2 dev documentation required. All right. So that's one thing you could go in and check the documentation for and contribute. Language change, and different things. Now, you will also see updates requested. I think that is someone's tested or they've decided that there needs some more updates for this particular patch to be used. Also, in this column here where it says yes under ready to commit, I think these are ones that have already had successful tests and are ready just to be included, just to keep moving forward into the next versions, into the next version of Joomla. The other day when I was making that video, I filtered by the label the feature, because I realized that there's some cool new features that were coming along in Joomla 2. And but I'm not going to do that today. Let's just kind of work our way through and let's find some patch to test, and we'll just do that. I'm going to search I'm going to do this in order. So I've got the smallest ID at the top of the ID here. So that would be the oldest that is there. And let's just see. So there's two things that we can do here. We can view this patch on GitHub or on the Joomla issue tracker. There's a thing right now with the Joomla issue tracker that which it pulls the information from GitHub. If there are images to help you with the PR that are on GitHub, they actually don't show up in the Joomla issue tracker. So we go to that after when we report our test. Bjorn says to set npm to no. Oh, is that? Oh, okay. Thank you, Bjorn. That only shows things that are not ready to be committed. Okay. All right. So let's click on GitHub for this particular one. Feel free to go ahead and test your stuff, test different patches there if you're following along. And we'll read the description. Added a new column or reset token to user table. Reset token expires after 3 days. The issue originally for 3.9 also existed in 4.0. Please refer to the original issue for details. And the original issue is probably this one right here. So we just click on that and see. And we can read about this. Check the Joomla. Okay. Steps to reproduce the issue. All right. An existing registered user visits the front end and clicks the forgot your password link. Fill in the user's email address in the next screen and submit. Next screen will inform you that the email has been sent and is asking for username and verification code. Immediately after this, user remembers his password. User goes to the home page and logs in the front end in the usual way without reading the email, without using the verification code. Expected result. The user is allowed to log in as per normal procedure without using the sent email or the verification code. The user account at back end and in the database is restored to its previous state. That's what you would expect, but what actually happens is the user is allowed to log in as per normal procedure, so this is okay. The user account activated status backend remains disabled, not okay. For the related user, the activation field in the DB contains a code string, should be empty, and the last reset time DB field contains a timestamp instead of 000, and the DB field reset count is 1 instead of 0. Oh, okay, so we can test this. So, in the back end, we have, let's create a user. I'm going to add a user, and this will be, the user is forgetful. We're going to paste, do just a password for them, generate the password, and forgetful cybersalt.com. All right. And now, password reset count is 0 here. Receive system emails, user status enable. Okay, great. So I create this user. All right, now we're going to go to the front end. So we're going to see how this behaves before we put the patch in. And we need to test. They click password. Okay, so they click here. Say, hey, forgot your password. Yeah, I forgot it. Fill in this. Let's see. Here we go. Email. Forgetful. Cybersalt.com. And the person says, whoa, okay. Now I submit it. And I need to put in my username and the verification code the email was sent to me. But as this says here, the person suddenly says, oh, wait a second, I remember what it is. and they go to log back in as normal. The user count at the back end is restored to its previous state. So let's just take a look here. If I refresh this, so password reset account, it says user status enabled. All right, so they weren't disabled. Let's see here. The user count at back end and in DB is restored to its previous state. Okay, so let's close. Here's forgetful. Oh, so they're not activated. They're still enabled, but they're not activated because the password reset has been done. So you have to go in and reactivate. Okay, see what's happening here. But suddenly you remember, so you go back to the login. Let's find this here. Login. Let's just click back here. We go back and say, oh, I remember my name. It is, my password is forgetful. And the password is Control V. And we saw it log in. All right, and I'm logged in. All right. Cool. Now, if we go here and refresh, activate it has not changed back. And I think there was something in here about the date that they mentioned. Let's just see. For the related user, the activation field in DB, in the database contains a code string, should be empty, and the last reset time DB field contains a timestamp instead of 0000. Okay. So last reset date. Oh, it's showing that today, so I don't see that. But that he's talking about in the database. All right. Well, we should probably take a look into that. Let me just get into this, the database for that here. Let's go to I'm logging in off screen here to get to that. Basic Joomla, cPanel. Right, there we go. All right, so now what is the database here? Let's duplicate this tab. I want to look, and we're going to go to close that. Home dashboard, global configuration, and server. Which database is this? 423. All right. Close that. 423. We'll go to PHP MyAdmin. The system will redirect me in a moment. I did bump my keyboard. Maybe I did something here. There we go. 423. And in this patch it says, for the related user, the activation field in the DB contains a code string, should be empty. All right, so we're going to go to user, but remember I'm doing this in stage it, so I want to go to STG users. There we go. And if we look at forgetful and edit, he says here the user is allowed to log in as per normal. Oh, for the related user, the activation field in DB contains a code string. Activation should be empty, and last reset time has the 000. Activation should be empty, all right, because that's the code that would get sent to you for your link to reset, so that should be empty. And last reset time has zeros in it, but this doesn't have zeros in it. Maybe that was slightly fixed. All right, so we're going to report that it had that. This could be something. Anyway, it could be something that was addressed and fixed, that one aspect. Okay, so what should be happening is that the user account should be restored to its previous state. All right. Just a second here. Just going to take a second. Back. The sinuses are starting to bother me a little bit. Been having some problems lately with them, so you did not want to hear that. If it flares up again, I've got some drops I can go put in them. So, okay, so now we're going to test the patch, but obviously we need things set back to this user as if I'd never requested that reset before for that test. And to do that in the database, I'm just going to do this. We'll take out the activation code. I'm going to go down here, reset count. I'm going to make that 0. And one other thing here. Last reset time. Let's take that back. Wasn't it nice that they've got a calendar there? Oh, nice. I click go. Warning, 1265 data truncated for column 39, last reset time at row 1. All right, let's just see here. Forgetful. Last reset time. Oh, it ended up with 0000 in there. It said it should be empty. Okay. All right. Here we are. Let's go back into Joomla. And we're going to go to the patch tester. We're doing this top pass here. And over here on the right, I'm going to go apply patch. That will make the changes of what we're testing. And now we'll do that all over again. We'll go to the login. Where's the login? There we go. Oh, I should log out. Forgot my password. And I think, okay, wait a second. I have this password sent. Forgetful. Cybersalt.com. Submit. And then I remember, oh, hey, I know my password. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to log in. Let's find that login down here. Login. Now before I do log in, forget full. And there's the password. Before I log in, let's just see the status. Duplicate again of this user, manage, forgetful, still shows as activated. Interesting, even though I sent that reset there. Let's look at the user here just to see what's going on. I'm just kind of curious. You don't necessarily need to do this for the testing. Edit. There is a... Oh, there you go. Look at that. The password reset count is 1. The last reset time shows this date today, but there is no code in there anymore. There's no more activation code. And as was hoped, that user remains activated because it reversed. Oh, so that's what it did. When I logged in again, even though there's an activation thing. Hi, Brent. Brent says the user should never be deactivated while using the reset password. Yes, and that's what this patch is, because it didn't happen. So it was happening before. So that is successful. That patch is working. Now it was before. Now, Brent, does that mean that? I mean, we saw that before that it did deactivate. I mean, we could do this. Let's just. Oh, so that patch worked because it didn't leave the code in there. That's good. Let's go back to here. I think because I logged in, right? Did I not click? Yeah. Oh man, got a little bit out of step there. Let's go into here. Reset count still 1. The date, but again, there. Okay, so if I go to log out, oh, here we go, log out. If I go to forgot your password, email address, forgetful. The other error was it did not adhere to the deactivate, as they should still have to activate before being able to log on. The other error was it did not adhere to the deactivate, as they should still have to activate before being able to log on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, but because would they get it before? Let's go into here. Let's look at the database. Edit that. Password reset will be 2. And no, there's no activation code in there. Should there not be an activation code in there? Maybe let's go user. Maybe I don't know. Let's go into here. Why is there not an activation code? Because I just requested it again. Did I not? Huh. Check the email. Yeah, good idea. All right, let me check the email. Let me just go off screen here. Here's a my Joomla password request. Yeah. And that is 14 minutes, 5 minutes ago and one. Yeah, I did get one for that. There is the verification code. If I click on it, if I click on it, there's the verification code, but it's not in here. I got to think maybe this is some, I don't know, would this be, is there caching on this? To test it in here, I don't, oh, well, let's see. Huh. Yeah, it's not using an activation code. So that could be stored in another database. Oh, okay. Well, let's just see here. Let's search for this code in the whole database. Oh, there, you're right. Yeah. Oh, no, real time. That's real time analytics. That's server stats. But, oh, and I guess the code would be removed. No, because I haven't reactivated. Oh, boy. All right. Well. That's a mystery. But if it was stored in another database, what would it be stored in? Oh, that it's stored in a local file. Okay. That would make sense. Did upon login remove it? Yeah, I didn't. This third test, so I've done 3 resets. This third test, I did not. And hello, Ray. Good to have you here today. This third reset, I haven't logged in yet. That's what this is. No. This one here. So yeah, if this is stored locally, interesting. Out of curiosity, I wonder where that would be stored. Let's go back and look at this patch here. User allowed to log in as normal. User count at the backend DB is restored to its previous state. Yeah, if I just log in as normal here, forgetful, and that's the password. If I log in, go back here and go to user, basic users here, edit, passwords there, the address is there, the resets thing there, the last reset request date is there, but there's no activation code or something like that. So it just was not there. So like Brent said, it must be stored somewhere else. It must be stored somewhere else. All right, so what do we think about this patch here then? All right, so did the user get deactivated? No, because we saw that. All right, so now on the topic of testing, we go back here to the one that we're looking at, and instead of viewing on GitHub, we go view on local Joomla issue tracker. And now I can click on here, it says test this. And I can say test it successfully. The user user was not deactivated. The user was not deactivated. Requesting the reset. I think that happened without the patch, right? Let's just go here again. Let's revert the patch. All right, we'll go home here. We will go to log out. We'll go down here. Now let's see how it was broken before. Forgot password. Get full. Submit. The code goes off. We go into here. We edit. See, there's the activation code. And the user is probably down here. Oops, user. Okay, yeah. So that works. So I know I can type this properly. The user was this worked. This worked. The user was not deactivated when first reset. When the password reset was requested. Let's just look back at GitHub here. What happened with the field here, though? The reset count field stayed at 1, and the last reset time still had a date, though. So that's something. This worked. Some of this worked. Some of this worked. So some of it worked, some of it didn't. So is this tested successfully or unsuccessfully? I'm not sure. The reset requests, I'm going to say tested unsuccessfully. Some of this worked. The user was not deactivated when the password reset was requested. However, after logging in successfully, the reset number did not return to reset number did not return to 0. It remained at 1 and even 2 when I reran the test. I suppose that if I think there is a limit on the number of resets. I think there is a thing that can be used. I think there is a setting that can be used to limit the number of resets. So in that case, it matters. If reset has been requested and the user logs in, I guess the reset count can be changed to whatever is -1. Oh, I see. Catch up on the chat here. This tells the user if they have had any requests. Okay, so Brent says the reset count must be there at all times. This tells the user if they have had any reset requests. It does not tell you if you use them. Oh, okay. So it does not show activation code in database. Yeah. This should be working in the count, but the user was not activated when the password request was sent. No, they weren't deactivated. Brent said up there that they shouldn't be deactivated, and that makes sense because let's suppose I'd send a password reset, but it's if someone does it with my address, now I need to be reactivated, even if I log in with because I know the password. So you should never be deactivated. I can see that point there. And then Brent says if user reset count is greater than 0, yes. I'm going to copy that, Brent, and put that in here. All right, so some of this worked. The user was not deactivated when the password reset was required. However, after logging successfully, the reset number did not return to 0. It remained at 1, and even 2 when I reran the test. I think there's a setting that can be used. Does Joomla have that setting? Use them. So in that case, it matters. If reset. Oh, that's in the test code now? Okay. Oh, you must be doing stuff on here too, right, Brent? In the same PR, right? If reset has been requested and the user logs in, I guess reset count can be changed to whatever it is, -1. And then also the last part here was the date. The last reset time still has a date. Okay. Last reset time field still had the date. Not. All right. Not. Let's do this. Not. Okay. Brent says, okay, DB mandates it be that you see even if it's cleared. What do we got here? Let's just see. Okay. I just clicked on that link that you shared, but I'm going to take your word for it. All right, so some of this work, the user is not deactivated when the password reset was requested. However, after logging in successfully, reset number did not return to 0. It remained at 1 and even 2 whenever we ran the test. I think there's a setting that can be used to limit the number of resets. So in that case, it matters if the reset is being requested and user like that. I don't know if there's a setting. All right, so I'm going to submit that test result. And I've successfully added that. All right. So again, I'm just testing. I'm not a developer, I'm not a programmer. And as Brett obviously is, and we know that from before, he's got some code and he's on it. All right. Let's try another one. It'll be interesting to... Okay, so let's keep track. I've done this one here. I've removed the patch as we go on to the next one. All right, well, let's look at this. Let's see if I can do this one. Rebuild the image filter to a registry, allowing custom filters outside the main namespace. Ugh, I don't think that sounds like I can do it. But let's look at it. This is from 2020. Refactor the image filter class to have custom namespaces by using a registry for loading classes. Yeah, I'm not. Testing and oh, wait, why? Because there's a poor user experience for third-party extensions who've had to custom autoload code to add custom filters. All right, I don't understand this one. And I don't need to. Add offline mode support in the API. Brett, what does it mean when this says draft? Does that mean that someone's working on it and that we shouldn't test it, or... Okay. Oh, that thing that you said, there's the link to the reset back account. Is that for... so that link that you shared on GitHub, is just, I'll bring it up here just so I can learn how it works. So we'll go in here and look. So this is the link that Brett has shared. Line say, okay, oh, I see that. Oh, and this is the actual code. Okay. Did you just add this or was it in there? Okay. I'm watching. I know you're probably a few seconds behind. There's the code. Check if active user activation is true or not. If successfully logged in, then make activation equals to the count minus 1. while you're answering on that. The other thing too is that on GitHub where these things are being discussed, oh, that's the pull request. So that should have been what you were testing in the patch. Oh, okay. So it didn't make, it's not in the patch or not getting used somehow. Okay. And my comment will be in here somewhere. When it says closed, is this, am I set to close and have key? Closed in 2019. Does that mean, okay, so you can help me understand here. This is showing, so it's obviously still open, right? Or did I miss something? Oh no, this is one we're testing. Separate activation from reset token. 24461. And this is, oh, here. Oh, okay, so I'm not even testing the proper patch here, right? So yeah, so I'm testing this. It says closed. So I would be confusing as to why that showed up, but please, so please test this one here. And if we test that, no, let's hold on for a second here. All right, let's close. Let's just close a few things here. Oh, I've tested this successfully. Okay. Oh, hey, there's my comment here. Cyber salt, test item, tested unsuccessfully. Okay. So, all right. So, what number? This is 792274. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's 5.1 dev. Okay. That's why it's not showing up. So in that case, do we still test it even though it's showing for 5.1, or do they, or does that still get used and then someone's testing in 5.1 and they bump it up? Okay, okay, that. Where do we see that it's for 5.1? And I should change my comment too then, right? Look back at the ticket. Okay, so many things to learn. Let's see here. Do, 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 do. Oh, where my comment was. Okay. Yes. Well, let's find my comment. On the Joomla dev site. In here? Two, 4, 4, 6, 1. Okay, I think it was on here. Oh my goodness. Too many things open. All right. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that anymore. Let's keep that open. Don't need that. I've lost it. All right, let's just go back here. Let's view this on GitHub. Let's see what I can find. 5.2 up there, yeah. I submitted a comment. Oh, here's my comment here. Oh, and is that the same? All right. Oh, and then you also gave me that link too, right? No. Few lines of, so it was in the Joomla dev, a few lines above your comment, they label it for. Oh, I see here. Oh, and here the title, okay. Remove the 5.1, okay. So, oh, okay, I gotcha. Oh, okay, gotcha, above my comment here. All right, so I haven't done anything bad. I've tested it on 5.2. It didn't work with these things here. All right. Gotcha. Now, when you said that there's, so is that code that changes the count? That, was there a different patch I should have installed? It should be in the patch, but it's not. Okay. Well, maybe it is in the patch and it didn't work for some reason. Gotcha. All right. All righty. So let's get back to test something else here. Let's check this. Add offline modes. Oh, that one's draft, so we don't do that. Google Summer of Code feature implement workflows for COM modules. View on GitHub. All right, let's do that. Let's go down. Testing instructions. Go to modules, site or admin, options, integrations, enable workflows. After fresh install, okay, you got to read that. Let's look at our pictures here. When creating new modules, you have to select the workflow, and when you save, the default stage on this workflow ID is set to as the initial stage of the module. When editing existing modules, the workflow transition fields is shown instead of the workflow ID field, which shows similarity to common content. Read from the top. Introduce a new backend menu item, new menu. Option to enable workflow integration. This can be option to filter modules via their stage. Add necessary functions, module, yeah, get. Okay, that square brackets is the version of Joomla it is patching, okay. So this one's 5.2. There's a square patch there. All right. And when creating new modules, you have to select the workflow when you save the default stage under this. All right, so steps to test. Go to the modules site or admin, options, integrations. Let's do this. So I'm going to duplicate this. Oh, I've been away for a while. All right, you're going to go system, modules. We'll go to site modules, options. Oh, I didn't apply the patch. Whoops. Apply the patch. Now I can go here and refresh. Enable workflow. Check. That's tested. All right. Go to module site, options, integrations, enable workflow. Test the transitions in modules view. So, close. Uh-oh. That's not good, is it? Layout default batch footer not found. If I turn this back on, there you go, save and close. Okay. Let's go here. Open. Now you're going to make a new tab here. What's going on here? Filter options. Oh, okay, just a sec here. Target branch 5.2. What just happened? this. Oh, let's filter these. Oh, I was sorting by the column here. That's what happened. Really? Did that one disappear because... Oh my goodness. 35101. Oh, filter draft patches. Oh, these are all drafts. I don't want draft patches. What the heck is going on here? Okay, back to where we were. Okay, here's the patch here that I was doing. Oh, and this is highlighted. That's nice to see. Okay, I'm going to revert that. Refresh. And it works. Okay, so... This is resetting the ID every time. What is going on here? What is going on here? I don't want drafts. Yes, filter. No, no, no. Well, that's... And it's... Oh, 5.1. Dude. Looks like the patch is out of date and needs to be updated before it's ready to test again. So in that, and that one's, all right. So it's also says, it's also a draft there. All right. No, this is one I did here. Yeah, so why are these drafts showing here when I've just said filter draft patches? Hey, Senthiel, nice to see you. I saw that you have lots of notes in my WhatsApp, so that's good. And I hope I pronounced your name properly. Is it Senthiel? Senthiel or Senthiel? Is it a hard T or a TH? All right, so Brent, so what I do here is implement workflows for COM modules. I can go on here because this is what's happening. I apply the patch. It's a TH, Senthiel. Okay, thanks. And I want to say your name properly. All right. I'm going to revert the patch. I'm going to go on View Joomla. Issue tracker. Tested this unsuccessfully. Applying the patch gave me a 500 error. I didn't have it until I saved the options, right? But Bray said the patch is outdated, needs to be updated. Someone needs to tag it to be updated. Okay. Should I name you Brent or? And one of my viewers said, I just copy this. Okay, so I'm just going to submit that. I'll just say one of my viewers. So I'm going to submit this test, and then obviously someone else has to mark that, right? So I'm going to submit that. Man, that's a streak of things that. That's fine. I'd like to find something that works so I can say, hooray, I tried this, it works. All right. It's interesting that I can't get rid of these drafts here, but that's okay. Workflow. Modification fields header tag. Module tag, add custom options in XML. I looked at that, wasn't sure what to do. Remove this. Let's see what it is. I close this here. Replace the execute rule. Creating new tasks and modifying existing tasks work as expected. Triggered task computer next execution date. All right, let's see what people did here. Okay, here's where everything gets changed to things. Creating new tasks and modifying existing tasks works as expected. Triggered tasks. All right, creating new tasks and modifying existing tasks works as expected. Triggered tasks. See here, it's testing instructions, what to do. All right. Well, let's give it a try. I'm not even sure how this would work though. But we'll go into here. We go into system. We go into tasks. That's edit a task. And no, So that's not working. Wow. I know how to pick the winners. Applied the patch. Let's copy this. What exactly did I change here? Open to let's try something different here. Task success enabled. Save. Yeah. I'm gonna view on here, and it's test this. Tested unsuccessfully. Opened an existing task. Changed a setting. Saved and closed, and got a 500 error. I'll paste that there. Submit test results. Okay, I think I'm getting points for this, right? Mary, hi Mary. That's exactly why testing needs to be done. Good job at breaking it. Well, there you go. I'm a breaking kind of guy. All right, so I think let's see. So, okay, so first of all, I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to revert the patch, take that off. I think in my GitHub, in my profile here, is there something that says what I'm doing? Oh, yeah, look at that. No. Oh, that says what I contributed to because I made a comment. 2 contributions in the last year, but it doesn't show that I've been testing, right? All right. What time is it here? 12:36. Well, let's just keep going. All right, the last one I did here was use an injected logger. No, that's draft. File layout, instantiation limitation, and toolbar render button removed. Ah, this looks like something we can do. This, they're saying they fixed it. Create a module that uses button layout from a component. If you are able to access the component button layout, the test is successful. Create a module that uses button layout from a component. Well, I wonder what that would be. Button layout. What? Create a module that uses a button layout. Create a module that uses button layout from a component. So you'd have to have some buttons in the module. Yeah, see this, and I'm not being judgy, but this is all things are easiest or obvious to the person who knows how to do it. So an example. So, but what a component. Any ideas, anyone, for testing this? Create a module that uses button layout from a component. Oh, that's just look and see. Refresh. That will work now because I removed the patch. Oh, it sounds like code work. Yeah, I just thought that if I go to a module and make a module, I think it's just the actual, I don't know. Brett says it sounds like code work. Okay. It's definitely code to me, and I am not deciphering it. It says earlier you are unable to access the component button layout. All right. Can't understand them all. Scheduled tasks, edits for run task. Let's see this one. Pull request for 36. Please review things. What is a drone test? I keep saying that. One of the downsides of doing this is that you sometimes read people's discussions and comments. And some people, it's an automated test system. Okay. So it must check. Okay. Anyways, and so sometimes, not all people, just there's some people who are brilliant at their coding because they've borrowed from their social skills. Just saying. All right. Enable automatic title for admin modules. Yeah, that's... Make sure automatic title is enabled by default like we had in 2.5. Install package build for this PR by drawn. And let's just see here. Okay, so let's install package. So we go to there. Nope. So we must install the patch. Use the patch tester. Okay. All right. So enable automatic title for admin modules. Do that. Appreciate your help, Brent. That's because the file marked for modification does not exist. Administrator modules. I think that is because the mod sample data module is not in here. So I might not be able to test that one. Let's see. Extensions, sample. Mod sample data administrator. Administrator modules, mod sample data, mod sam. Yeah, so that did not get applied. Yeah, I have the sample data installed on this site though. It's all there. Oh, let's see though. Let's go system, home dashboard. Oh, we'll install it. Yeah, because it's already in there. I might have. Oh. Well, let's see if that little bit that I added was enough. I doubt it, but did this reset here? Use injected log data. Here, this one here. We'll just try it one more time. No, all right. So something's broken in this Joomla site here. All right. Because I have installed that already. And there's no way to uninstall it. So well, I'll move on to the next one. Filter articles in admin module mod latest by workflow stage, but I don't have workflow applied there, right? This one I looked at yesterday. I think it has to do with when I looked at it, add fields in some XML example in the mod custom parameters. Edit the fields, make sure that, so I think this is going into the code, right? So if I go to mod custom parameters, let's see here. Okay. So if I go into hosting here, go into file manager, and GA5 and modules and mod custom. No. Oh, thank you, Bjorn. Stage it. Modules. Mod custom. I think it wants me to put them. Is this where I put the XML? Mod custom parameters. think these are the parameters, right? Field names. Okay, yeah, field names. Parameters. I think I can just put these anywhere, right? I'm going to try anywhere. Field type. I think that's what I do, right? Let's see. Did I put 3 in there? Oh yeah, there's 3 here. It's these 3 right here. Oh, let's try it. Edit the fields, make sure the input works. So I think I go to here. Is there, I guess I should apply the patch. Now, if I go into the Joomla site, and go to System, Site Modules, New, Custom. What am I looking for? Date, time. Type date, time. I think it's these things here. Yeah, look through the comments, not a fan of the patch. Is it this here, though, that is... What looks different than this here? Let's just do this. Let's duplicate. If we revert the patch and refresh, there are many complaining about it's not worth the test. Okay. Did I add it to the right place though? Was I testing it properly? I just want to know what. Just want to pick up my skills here. Yeah, you're not sure. Okay. Well, and if you say don't, I say won't. Let's go back to here. I can take out my 3 lines here. All right, save the changes. Go back. What are we at here? 1253. Let's find one that works. Let's end on success. Okay. So Brent said this. Link here. So this is all right. Not sure what this is, but okay. Okay, let's see. Workflow emails. This change adds the option to select email as notification type. Oh, I bet you we can do this. Users can send notifications to private messages or email. So, testing instructions. You need to apply this PR. Since there are database changes, you'll need to run those as well. All right, let's see here. Okay. Well, let's try this. I've got the database open. This change adds the option to select email as a notification type. Users can send notifications to private messages or email. So it should be a type. Test instructions. Apply this PR. You got it. Workflow emails. We're going to apply it. All right. Last one on the page there. Next, we're going to run this in MySQL. I'm going to go copy. I'm going to go into here. I go to SQL here. I paste this, and I have to put in STG underscore JOSFM underscore mail template. So I have to insert template anywhere else. If I click go. All right. Next. Okay, enable workflows by going to content, articles, options, integration, enable workflows. I like these directions. Cancel. So articles, options, integrations, enable workflows. Make sure I got this. Save the changes. Go to content, workflows. Let's just get this down to here. Save. Maybe it was just go to integration. Go to content, workflows. All right. Let me just get rid of this one here too. All right, so now we're side by side. Go to content, workflows. Click on the number 7 or another number under transitions. Yeah. Okay. Click on the unpublished transition. Yeah. Click on notification. All right, okay. There's now the options to select the notification type. The private messages is the old and default way of sending notifications. Clicking on the drop down now also lets you select email as an option. Multiple options are possible. So if we click in here, email. All right. Select a user group and select a user group and or a user where you want to send a message to. Okay, I pretend I want to send it to administrators, and let's send it to forgetful because he's forgetful. Save the transition. Go to content, articles. All right, so I save and close, save and close. Go to content, articles. Edit an article, set the transition to unpublished. Edit an article. Let's edit this one. Yeah. Oh, is it filtering both? Okay, I hear you. Let's just do this. Yeah, you're right. That was workflows. Basic workflow 7. Unpublish. We'll just send this to all. Let's send this to super users because who knows, maybe I'll get it. All right, save and close. Okay, content, articles, open an article. All right, let's see here. Go to, go to save the transit. Oh, select the user groups and go to article, edit an article, so set the transition to unpublished. Okay. Transition to unpublished. Okay, workflow stage, unpublish. So unpublish, save the article. Yeah, workflow stage, unpublish. It should be unpublished, but save the article. Uh-oh. Darn, I was hoping something would work. Oh, bummer. I wanted to win. I wanted to win. Check if the message has arrived. Ah. Well, let's check if the message arrived. Check my email here. All right. I don't think that any email is going to arrive from that. Yeah, Brent. So Brent, when I send them the information, all I need to do is I just need to send them the top of the stack, right? Like, is it the first, that and the first line? Or should I send the whole thing here? What's helpful? What's helpful to have? I mean, I guess they can. Mostly need to let them know the first line. All right. Okay. Great. All right. Copy that. Well. Now we go down to here. Okay. So test this. Test access fastly. I followed all of the steps. Selecting the notification to go to the super users Show the super users, super user. Is that a group? I think it's a group. Upon saving the article, this was the error message. Well, I guess someone's gonna. So I followed all the steps, selecting notification upon saving the article. This was the error message. All right, so okay, well, with that, I guess I should go have some breakfast. Well, everybody, thank you. Oh, let's go back here. We'll just revert the patch. And yeah, so you probably can do it as poorly as I have been doing. But yeah, get in there, try. You know, it's early days for me, so the more things I try, I'm going to get better at them. I'll get better at recognizing what I can't do, and maybe I'll actually find some things that are working and then become part of being added. All right, let's go back to Niagara Falls. Full screen, no webcam. There we go. Well, everyone, as usual, thank you. Let's get my little button here. Thanks for your support of this channel. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks everybody who helped, especially Brent. The key is to document the steps you took to break the site so someone can reproduce the same error. All right. Yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks especially Brent. You are a huge help today. You are the star of today's live stream, and so that's great. You helped me get way farther along, and helped me to learn some things here. So everyone, thanks for your support of this channel. I think I mentioned last week. Was it last week? Yeah, over 5,000 subscribers now, so appreciate that. All right, everyone, as usual, I hope that wherever this finds you, be it morning, evening, afternoon, or tomorrow. Oh yeah, yeah, Brent says, please like the video. Yes. Or tomorrow, that you are well, that this finds you well. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.